Hello, this is Chris back again with another video. Welcome to Handy Tech. I finally got the external GPU from Onexgpu. I was really excited about it, but it's turned into be a big headache. I think it's working properly now, but I've had a few shutdowns where I actually had to reinstall Windows again. So that wasn't fun. And a lot of it came from the drivers, and Malwarebytes. I'm guessing Malwarebytes was blocking a number of the drivers that I needed to use. But again, maybe it's my MiniPC and the USB 4 port. I thought about that. So there's still some variables that I am troubleshooting because I've made this video or this intro a couple times, but then it's shut down. But I think everything is cool now, and I'm hoping that if it does shut down, I can record it again. But again, I'm using Zoom, and it has to convert the videos when I'm done. But sometimes that's where I think, yeah, when I had to reinstall Windows, it was because of Zoom. So anyway, maybe there's just the properties or the programming of Zoom doesn't really like this GPU because it is, I wonder if I can show. No, I can't show you the settings. I'll take a screenshot of the settings on Zoom, but I'm using hardware accelerators and stuff like that, so it's utilizing that. But let's look at my screen as is. Okay, so I'm going to bring this down lower so it's out of the way of Zoom so I can see it. I don't think you see the Zoom tools, but as you can see here, you can see both GPUs. The GPU that is integrated with the Ryzen 9, and this is the external GPU. Now, where I found out that Malwarebytes wasn't really helping me out here was because there was an arrow here. It didn't look like a microchip. It was like an arrow, like a gray arrow pointing up. And so I clicked on that, tried to enable this device, but it was being blocked. It explained it in a message, but again, I didn't take a screenshot of that where I could help a fellow troubleshooter. Anyway, so then I went to driver booster, right? And do I already have it open? No, I don't. And then it downloaded the display adapter, right? And then I went to Malwarebytes and I told it to ignore everything. Yeah, ignore detections, right? Just for while I'm doing this and while I'm playing games or while I'm using this device, I'm just gonna not allow it to, I'm just gonna ignore detections. Yeah. So now that I have screen recorder, I downloaded most of the programs that I like from Cyberlink. We're gonna try to play a game and see if there's any shutdowns. I hope that it will record it because usually when there's a shutdown, it doesn't record it, or I haven't been able to. So hopefully it happens so we can troubleshoot this together. All right, so let me switch programs here. So this is the screen where we left off last time. Okay, I was able to download the stuff from Zoom. Okay, now I want to go and play Doom. And again, I have most of these games plugged in via USB. So that's what I wanted to show you too. So if I go to this PC, I have a lot of my games that are plugged in to D and E right here. and maybe that could be a problem, but it shouldn't be. I mean, I do this all the time, but maybe having too many inputs going into the GPU, um, uh, maybe it should be plugged into the PC, the mini PC. But anyway, we're trying it this way, um, and maybe I can use the M.2 that I have, but I have to reformat that because that is coming from my old PC. So anyway, let's go to Doom. Skyrim, it works great. Diablo, it works great, but this is where it's been crashing. All right, so bear with me here. All right. So as you can see, the frame rates are great. I forget what I'm doing here. Where do I need to go?
Access denied. Yellow security clearance required. Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown imminent. Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown imminent. Demonic presence eliminated.
Down. Good frame rates. Good frame rates. All right, so now we're going to switch it up and go do this. Go play the Elder Scrolls. We'll change up. And here, from what I read, 60 frames per second is pretty much max. Some chaos. It's the big bitch. It's in here somewhere, huh? Shit.
What made it?
I am here to find out.
Down this way. There are my weapons. He's free! Do not let him reoff! Warrior of the Templar Order. If it is the Skeleton King you seek, then you will have to fight your way past John Dar. There is no reason we should hunt alone.
I know a Templar can be trusted. Together we fight.
I don't like the look of that.
Okay, so I was able to play a few games, like Doom, Skyrim, um, Diablo 3 with no problems. Now with Doom, I can play for a little bit and then it shuts down. But anyway, I reach a few checkpoints and I can get back to where I was. But still, that's, you know, I don't know what's really happening there. With PUBG, I'm able to get to basic training and fire a few shots. I get to that part, but then it shuts down. And then, of course, I've reported that to AMD. AMD recognized that there was a shutdown, and also PUBG. So maybe there's a driver issue, something like that. Now with PUBG, um, I was able to play without the external GPU and have decent frame rates. I was happy with that. I did one mission, got one kill, got in the top 20. Okay. Uh, but when I thought maybe I can just turn on the external GPU while I'm playing, it didn't like that. So it shut down the computer. I got the blue screen. So I guess that's a big no-no. It's like if you're gonna start Steam or start a game, you gotta start the eGPU, then start the game. Not while you're doing it, I guess. Okay. So there's a few things that I want to try in the next video before I try it with my laptop. I want to put in the M.2 drive into the external GPU. If that doesn't work, because that could be a faulty M.2 that I have. I'm just trying to save a few bucks, but I have that for my old computer that crashed. Also, I have another SSD from that very computer too. So if those things I'm not able to do it, I'm gonna just end up buying a couple other ones, maybe even go up to 2 terabytes on the M.2 and see where I go from there. Yeah, so that's basically the next step. So my first impressions of this thing, it's great. It's definitely improved my FPS and most of the games that I play, but a few others, I'm having some problems with it. So I'm wondering if it's because I have two hard drives where I'm using an external adapter thing that plugs via USB into my computer. Maybe it's not liking that, where it has to pull the memory from. If it's like integrated right there, like in an SSD or something else, maybe it's fine. But again, I without the external GPU, it's able to do that. I have lower frame rates, obviously, but and it takes a bit longer to load. But once it's loaded, it's fine. And anyway, that's where my problems are at the moment. I like the RGB. I like the aspect that it doesn't take up my whole desk, but at the same time, it's been pretty glitchy. Now I don't know if it's my MiniPC, because as you know, I had problems with that in the beginning. Maybe it's the USB 4 to Thunderbolt 3, Thunderbolt 4 adapter thing. I mean, it came with the cable, the external GPU, it came with the cable and everything. Maybe it's the cable, the Onexgpu cable. But it could be my USB 4 port. But I'm looking in device manager, there's no, yellow triangles or anything like that. So we'll just have to see. So I think let's try with the memory, and plug that into the external drive, maybe even put the SSD and plug the computer, and install the computers on that, not the computers, install the programs and applications that I want on there. And we'll just see where it goes, because it was a pretty big investment, and I'm going to see if it works, and hopefully it helps one of you out there. But the other YouTubers that I watched that were utilizing this, they had no problems. Again, they were using the Mini Forum mini PCs that also have the Oculink port. This external GPU has the Oculink port, so maybe that would make it better. But the mini PC that I have doesn't have the Oculink port. So anyway, there's a few things that I need to tinker with, and I'll post that in the next video. So anyway, I hope this helps all of you with your choice of purchasing this thing, and I'll see you in the next one. All right.